think sometimes we should just not take life as seriously. And I don't mean that in a way that we should just always be silly all the time and always just not take anything seriously, never care about anything, and kind of just go through life on autopilot. I think life is just really short, and I think especially if you're my age, if you're a teenager, I'm 16, then I think it's important to realize that even if you do care deeply about something and you are really grinding at something, you're really putting a lot of time and effort into something, and you really, really deeply care about it, you want to be really successful at that thing. It could be a sport, something in school, a business, whatever it is. I think it's important to kind of just let go sometimes and not take things as seriously, because when you let go a little bit and you ease off the gas and you start to realize just things aren't that deep, then you start to have a little more fun. And of course, there's times where you have to be serious. And if you play sports, I play sports, so I know what this feels like. And you're really invested into it, a game or a specific sport that you really want to get better at, a season, and you're always serious, everything, and you just never take any time to laugh, smile, or have fun, then you're gonna look back on it when it's over and realize that you didn't make the most of it because you just didn't enjoy it as much as you could have. So I think what I'm saying is there's a time and a place to be serious about everything, and everybody should be serious. Every successful person, I think, has been super serious about what they've done. That's how they've gotten there. But there's also been times where they let go a little bit and just kind of have fun. I've watched tons of sports games and stuff where these big athletes have just kind of shown like their funny side a little bit. Like I remember watching clips of Kobe Bryant at the free throw line one game, and he just started dancing. And he danced all the way back up almost to the 3-point line and was just kind of moving around, having fun, and shot the free throw. And he was a pretty serious guy about basketball, and he invested a lot into it. He was always super locked in, and I think most people never really got to see what that kind of side of him looked like. And that just shows that even the people at the highest levels of what they do, the most elite people at whatever their field is, still take time to just let loose and kind of just enjoy what they're doing. I think that's what I'm saying. I also believe that I think wherever you make it in your field or your discipline, your area of expertise, and say you start becoming really invested in this when you're a teenager, kind of like my age right now, and whether or not you do become really successful in that thing or you don't, and you become successful in another career path, or you find something else that you really enjoy doing and you pursue that in life, but you don't take the time to really enjoy it, have fun, let loose sometimes, then I think that's a regret a lot of people have. It's just not being themselves and not taking the time to have fun, have more fun, and enjoy it. Because for everybody out there, for every kid, every teenager out there in high school maybe, where you don't really know what you want to do for the rest of your life, and I mean, I've got a few ideas, but I don't really know for sure, then I think just make it a goal of yours to have no regrets as a teenager, because it's super short, because being a teenager doesn't last that long, and there will be some of the most memorable years of your life. Maybe not the best years of your life, but that's up to you to decide. But I think they are some of the most memorable years of your life, and they're gonna have, if you don't take the time to have fun, let loose, and really experience some things, then you might regret it. But don't take that the wrong way. I think that if you haven't started doing that yet, start now. Start today. Start after you finish watching this video. To go do some things, go have a little more fun, laugh a little more, smile a little more, be a little more positive, be a little more unapologetically yourself. I like that. Try and be yourself as much as possible, because the world needs a little bit more of you, even if you don't realize it. Yeah. I just wanted to make this video because these are some things I've kind of realized recently and experienced a little bit recently, that I think it's important to really be yourself. It's important to have a lot of fun. It's important to have no regrets, especially if you're 16, 17, 18, 13, 14, 15, if you're still in high school, if you're a teenager. To really just make the most of these years, and however old you are, you can be way older than the ages I'm talking about. Just have no regrets, be yourself, because at the end of the day, that's what matters in life. The most successful people were still being themselves, but I think a lot of teenagers, if you're in high school maybe, I'm not saying this is true for everyone, but if you get mixed up in things that don't really matter a whole lot, fake friends, if you're not being yourself, then try to turn that around. But that is going to be all for this video. I didn't want to get too sentimental. Thanks a lot for watching. Make sure to subscribe, go do some of those things, and thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.